What's up, everyone? Mike here from The Art of Guitar, here with a quick message. The other day I was at a music store and I saw that a guitar lesson was just getting done. The door opens and the student came out and he looked really depressed, and I was kind of curious. I'm like, what's going on over there? He looked like he just got out of a funeral or something. And then his teacher followed and he was looking at the ground as he walked out, kind of bored looking. And the next student was waiting for their lesson and the teacher's just like, all right, come on in, I guess. And it reminded me of all the horror stories that I've heard from subscribers as well as current students that have had teachers like that in the past, where it just seemed like their teacher mailed it in, like they just don't care anymore and they're not sure what to do about it. And I'm not pointing fingers at this guy because I've been teaching over 20 years and I know what it's like to hit those phases where maybe you're just not as passionate about teaching as you used to be. And sometimes you need something to rekindle that. But there are times when teachers just don't ever get out of that funk and they just stay there and they actually drag the student down with them. Some teachers are actually failed musicians. Like they tried to make it big. They had all these dreams and never quite made it. So they decided, oh, I'll just teach, I guess. And to me, that's kind of a shame because that's contributing to the old stereotype, those who can't do teach. And I really want to make it a mission of mine to make a paradigm shift and have that saying go out the window. Because I know plenty of great musicians who are in huge acts sometimes that still teach. So it's a bit upsetting when I do see teachers that are just in it for the paycheck, let's say, and they're just, they bring their resentment into their lessons with them. And it's a bad reflection on all guitar teachers. And the reason I'm making this video is for two reasons. One, I want to tell the students that may have teachers that are like this, that not all teachers are like this, okay? I don't want you to think that that's the standard, that that's the norm. There are plenty of passionate teachers out there who love their job, and I even know some teachers that would do it for free if they didn't have to make a living at it. Their teacher in particular, I know, will stick around for sometimes an hour after their lesson because it's the last lesson of the day, just talking to their student and helping them out. So there's plenty of teachers out there that are great. So don't think all teachers are like that. There's hope. And who knows, your teacher might just be going through a phase like I did where they're not really feeling it. And, that's another thing altogether. But if you don't feel like your teacher is ever going to get out of that rut, it might be time to find a teacher that is actually inspiring to you. Or at the very least, a teacher who loves the instrument so much and that comes through in their teaching. And the other reason for this video is to tell any teacher right now that might be just doing it, just going through the motions. Maybe they're very apathetic towards teaching. You might want to reconsider what you're doing. I'm not telling you not to teach, but you might be doing more harm than good because you have to think about it. You're representing this instrument to the next generation of guitar players. And that's kind of what kicked me out of my funk at the time, was thinking, man, I'm representing this instrument. I better just not teach if I'm going to have that attitude. And that kind of shook me out of it a little bit. And there's another old saying that actually rings true to me still, and that's if you want to master something, teach it. So I didn't learn half of what I know now until I started teaching guitar. It was amazing how that opened up a whole new dimension to my playing. And so I urge you, if you're a little bit down on teaching right now and you want to find new inspiration in teaching, go ahead and go from that standpoint where you still have a lot to learn on this thing. And you can learn a lot of those new things through teaching. It's literally the gift that keeps giving, because even after you think you've learned a lot on the instrument, just when you thought you were, at a certain place, you start to teach and all of a sudden a whole new world opens up for you. So that could re-inspire, reinvigorate, if you will, your love for teaching and even the instrument. And that usually goes together. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps some people out, and we'll catch you at the next lesson. See ya.